Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to hook up a backup light on your four-wheeler. This one, I'm thinking about mounting right here on the seat or on the rack like that. One of the two. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But go up to your indicator lights. And you got 3 of them. I already took the caps out so you guys can see. The green one is neutral, obviously. And one of the red ones is your oil temp light. And the other red one is your reverse light. So what you can do to figure out which one is which, put it in reverse, turn on the key. The oil temp light and the reverse light come on if you got it in reverse. But the oil temp light go off after a few seconds. So this is our reverse light right here. Okay. So what I did is just splice into the reverse light wires. Okay. And then figure out which one is hot and negative. So on this one, the black one is the hot wire. If you got a multimeter, you can use it like that and see which one is power. But if you got your light, just splice in some wires. Black one is the hot. You can see. Next, grab some wire. This is 18 gauge. I got this on eBay. I got like 100 foot for like 15 bucks or something. But have that handy. And take your 2 wires that you got for your reverse light and zoom in. Just splice all the way around it. Grab your wire. Now the black is the hot on this one, so I'm going to use the black. Put the black with the hot. Put it underneath. Wrap it around. Make sure it's real tight. You don't want this coming loose. Just twist it up. Get it as tight as you can. Once we tape that, they won't go anywhere. And grab your negative. It goes on the gray. Wrap it around the same way. Those are not going anywhere. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but you want to stagger your wires where you splice in. That way you don't want to put them on top of each other, because if one of them was to short out or have it come in contact, it would short out with it. So just make sure you stagger them like that. Just grab your black tape. Just make sure this is really tight. The tape on it around here from the factory, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on it just to seal it up. Then I'm gonna fold these down. That way we can run them down under the plastics to the back. Looks good to me. Next we want to test it and see if it works. So take your leads coming from your reverse wire, splice them in directly into your light. This is just temporary. Now when we put it in reverse, the light should come on. And then when we take it back out of reverse, it should go off. That's reverse. Neutral. Reverse. Neutral. So it does indeed work. Next you want to put your lights back in the housing where they go. So they just fish under the bar. Might be a little tight, but they do go. Okay, tell which one is which. Turn on the key. You know, this is the reverse light, this is the old temp light, and this is the neutral light. So that's what we're going to put them in. Then it's time to put these 3 plugs back in. The reverse light's red. Neutral light's green. And it helps to hold these on the back because they will pop out. Like this one's doing already. Get your 2 screws, your Phillips. Then you have the little plug that snaps in place, just like that. And that's it, it's all good. Now we got to run our lead out to the back. So pull off the seat and this panel. Alright, now we need to run our super long lead to the back. So I'm just going to follow the factory wire harness loom all the way to the back. As you can see, I'm running it through the factory loom loops all the way to the back. Alright, so we have it run from here down all the way out to here. And what I'm going to do here is run it right through here. Alright, so now we're under the right wheel well. It's coming out right here. I'm going to zip tie it. Or no, actually I'm going to run it through this loop first. And then I'm going to zip tie it right here. Run it up above this. And then zip tie it right here. And run it straight out right there. Alright, so here's where we're at. Coming out the main back. I'm gonna run it up the rack. And then I'm gonna run my light bar down here. Show you guys what I'm talking about. So here's the light bar, and it comes with these. And I'm not gonna use those. What I done, these are bark buster mounts for hand guards. And I'm just gonna mount those onto the rack here and here, and mount the light bar right on top. So the light bar is going to go like this, obviously angled down, but I'll show you guys how I'm going to get that mounted up. Alright, you want to get them somewhat snug down, but not enough that you can't move it because you still have to adjust it. Center them up. Grab your light bar. I think I want to mount them up a little bit so it's tucked out of the way with this angled down. I want it like that. So the bolts I'm using don't fit, so I need to open this up ever so slightly. So I'm going to use the aluminum burr on the Dremel. I got the bolt holes size they need to be. Let's go ahead and get it mounted up. I'm going to be using a lock washer just so it doesn't vibrate loose. Once you got it loosely mounted up, grab a 13mm socket and ratchet, snug her down. It's pretty good to me. Grab a 5/16 to snug the bar down on the angle you want. I'm going to slightly angle mine downward. And then tighten up your clamp bolts. Now we're ready to wire it up. Take your lead coming from the reverse light, make sure the key's off, and just Snip that to size, leave a little excess. Grab your wire strippers. This is 18 gauge, so that's what we're going to do. Twist up your wires to make them a little bit more rigid. You want to go ahead and add your heat shrink right now. Can't put it on later. And I'm going to double it up on the bottom so it's extra protected. I'm going to take a little bit of the small stuff, put it on each wire. Take your wires, make an X, fold one end around, and then twist it. That way it won't come loose. Slide up your heat shrink. That's a good waterproof seal. Same thing as with the other one. Put your heat shrink on. Make it an X. Twist it around. And twist it up. Now slide down your heat shrink that you put over both of them. And this one. I'm going to put some electrical tape over this as well, because this is the only size heat shrink that I have. I think it turned out pretty good. I'll come back when it's dark so you can see how bright it is and how good it works. This is the finished product. You see it's in neutral right now. Put it in reverse. Light comes on. Super bright for a backup light. I'm really happy with that. It goes a long way, but that's a big mountain right there. But yeah, pretty good for a $10 light.